How's it going so far? What's been the big difference between 5A and 4A?
Well, my feeling is that we're struggling. You know, we've already won more than we did last year, but you know, from what I'm used to, you know, we've struggled. Especially, we had a 3-game losing streak where 2 of them we lost by 1 run, and we've been either ahead or tied almost every single game that we've lost. So that's been the toughest part. Talent-wise, you know, we've got enough talent to win. It's just the fact that it seems like sometimes they feel like they're not supposed to win. So that's been the toughest thing. Is you can see it every once in a while. A game gets tight or something like that. They're used to losing and they have a tough time, you know, recuperating from that.
So how do you change that mentality? A lot of pep talks, a lot of, you know, coaching them through the game?
Yeah, I've had to change my coaching style a lot. So, you know, I was pretty much a screamer at Cherryland, you know, and then the kids were used to it, things like that. Here it's got to be a little bit different because, you know, when I jumped on them, they kind of folded a little bit. So I've had to change that. I've tried to be as motivated as I can, and like you just said, you know, trying to give them pep talks, trying to make them believe that they can do it. We're talent-wise, we're pretty good right now. You know, again, you got to get over that hump, find those games that we should win, you know, finish them off. But next year, this team should be really good. You know, Klausner, who's a freshman right now. We've got some other sophomores that are starting, and 2 of our better players are still only juniors. So, you know, this is still a young club that, you know, is only going to get better next year.
The Mercedes Tigers, the football team, the basketball team have done well. They got a lot of skilled players. Are you seeing some of those skilled players playing here in baseball now?
Yeah, our shortstop, of course, plays football. Third baseman plays football. Second baseman plays football. That was a big difference for me, is not having those kids at all. To where, you know, at Cherryland you had 60 kids in the baseball class. We start off with 8. Right. You know, so it's been a big difference to where it's really a lot of part-time players instead of full-time players. So that's another big difference. But yeah, those guys have helped out a lot. They, you know, and people say it's a baseball town. You know, I don't know so much for the kids anymore, but the parents, it's an extreme baseball town. So you know, people, it seems like from age 30 into 60s, that's their sport. Now we got to get the kids that are from 8 to high school age that becomes their main sport too. So it would be nice, but no, they've been great fans. I think they're a little hesitant to yell because they're afraid that I'm going to get upset, but they've done a good job. Like we scored, I don't know what it was against Donna. We were struggling against Donna.
14.
Finally came through with a base hit and was 1-1 or something like that, and they erupted like it was a playoff game. So it's different. Cherryland is very quiet. They just expected us to crush people.
So that 14-1, you got 14 runs. You expect maybe that'll be the sign of things to come here in the future?
Let's hope so. I was just, you know, I was just hoping that eventually somebody would come through with a base hit and kind of break it open, which they did, and then hopefully we can get a roll from there, because that's what it's been. It's been one hit away. See, we have base load just constantly all year long and just haven't been able to get anybody in.